Hello, you're watching my favorite YouTube channel. I am the Monger of Chill. Watch this video and like it, or just skip 60 seconds if it's something you've seen before. Gonna read the comments.
Marvel shouldn't recast T'Challa. That's not what they do.
They just recast the new Cassie Lang.
That actress was just for the blip. It doesn't count.
They also recast Red Skull.
But Red Skull has his face painted, so it's not even the same color.
Rhodey didn't even match the skin color.
But those are side characters. Marvel's never recast the lead.
Bruce Banner was recast. In 2008, 50% of Marvel was Hulk movies.
No. Somebody died, okay? Somebody died. You have to honor Chadwick. Don't disrespect his family. And like Feige said, it was just much too soon to recast.
William Hurt out, Harrison Ford in, and he only died in March. So much for too soon. And Derek Bozeman said Chadwick would have wanted a recast. If it's about honoring Chadwick, shouldn't we do what he wants? At the very least, not kill the character he made so popular?
There's a perfectly good reason for why the most popular dark-skinned character in the history of film needs to be absent from the next generation of the most popular film franchise in the world, okay? It's called Fuck Black People. Marvel.
That was the video, and I'm going to react to some comments. Let's go newest to first. And thanks to everyone for leaving comments. As you can see, I've gotten many, even though this is an old video, many recently. So thanks, YouTube, for picking it up on the old algorithm. Guillermo Corden says, to be honest, it would have made it impossible for the next person who replaced him to take on the role. No, not impossible. It would have started him in the hole, and the movie meant a lot to so many people. So I don't care if this movie meant a lot to so many people. I care that the movie that could have been would have been the resuming of the top black character in the history of Marvel. And personally, I would just felt weird about them recasting him. I would have given the next guy a chance, but it just felt weird. And I think they got the best of the both worlds. No, they didn't. With the post-credit scene, no. If it felt weird, listen, there's no emotional attachment or reaction that you would have that is strong enough to legitimize or to argue why the top black character in the history of film needs to be absent. No emotion is strong enough to convince me that they shouldn't have T'Challa in Black Panther. That they shouldn't have the number one, not a character that Denzel Washington played or Will Smith has played. There's no one that Jamie Foxx has portrayed as popular as this. The Rock hasn't played anybody. Halle Berry hasn't played anybody. There's no actor who has given what Chadwick has given to T'Challa. So Chadwick still kind of got what he would have wanted. I disagree with that one, bro. Hey, brother. I said bro now. I said brother here. As difficult as that job would be, it would mean the top character with the dark skin in the history of film would remain a constant in the homes of millions. Now, if you are of the lighter hue, you may not understand how significant that sounds, because everyone, if I asked you to name some movie characters at the top tier, you'd name characters like Rocky or Terminator. Let's go. What's the dude from Mission Impossible's name? Or Luke Skywalker. White. Like, and then there's this guy, T'Challa. And I'd like for that to be a constant in the homes of millions. There is virtue in that. That's kind of understood by people who are reading this who may have expertise or familiarity in the field of just representation. And if I just said there's virtue in that and that went over dude's head, which it feels like it did, if he's being genuine, that's what I meant. It's too important to pass up because a new actor could be worse or feel weird. Yeah. Him being worse doesn't change that there's going to be a billboard all over the world of this new character, of this same character, T'Challa, rather than having a new character. Oh, they're doing the Shuri thing now. Oh, they're doing the little son now. Oh, they keep swapping it up. I don't think that's beneficial to the progression of a character. Batman didn't get popular because the second movie was Gotham Forever, featuring Robin wearing Batman, living in Batman's home with all the Batman gadgets. I want T'Challa to get as popular as that character, as Bruce Wayne, Batman, to where you can say the word T'Challa and they know you're talking about him. Just like Peter Parker is a household name. We don't even got to say Spider-Man. I disagree, because that's my goal, because I'm out here looking for a progression and just a elevation of dark-skinned characters in our fiction, in our entertainment, so that it permeates the homes of Guillermo. I disagree that the T'Challa is anything good. That son of Nakia is not the superhero I'm talking about in this video. Yeah, just because the name is T'Challa, I feel many have fallen for that okey doke. Well, at the moment, we still have an actor with dark skin playing Black Panther. So what I said up there about dark skin wasn't necessarily about we'll have an actor playing the Black Panther. I actually said top character with dark skin in the history of film. And he's kind of using my words to spin it into a narrative as if that's what I meant. Well, we'll still get that. That's not what I was talking about. So, dark skin playing Black Panther, and in the future movies, they're going to age the kid's character up anyway. So, I don't think they really passed up the opportunity up at all. See, this person here leaving the comment is equating that new character to T'Challa. And I think they should recast T'Challa, which is how I opened that video, not cast a character. You cannot recast somebody who was not in the first movie. T'Challa is more valuable than them, I say, because he's saying we can still get dark skin playing the Black Panther in future movies. And I'm referring to them as the kid and Shuri right now, who is the dark skinned character playing Black Panther. And then I used examples. Hulk is more valuable than Hawkeye. I could have said Hulk is more valuable than Moon Knight. I could have said Iron Man is more valuable than Ms. Marvel, but I didn't do that because I know that that leaves an opening for, oh, male versus woman. I'm gonna dig into that. No, so knowing Guillermo or not knowing Guillermo, but being involved in this conversation, I knew that was a potential. So I gave a male and a male on purpose. T'Challa is the top black character. I wouldn't be going this hard if Marvel stopped portraying War Machine, who isn't the top black character. I could have used a character like Misty Knight, and I didn't. You know, I wouldn't for a female character. Storm. Storm and T'Challa are up there. That's where I would put an uproar. So Guillermo says, "How is T'Challa more valuable as the Black Panther than Shuri?" Which is exactly what I just told you. Why I used males here, because this dude was searching. He was fishing, and I handled this gracefully. If you're sincerely asking that question, there is nothing I can tell you that you will accept, which is true because I know you're fishing. It's cool, Guillermo. LOL. Okay then. Or oh, okay then. I can't really read how this dude said okay then, but we know the route Guillermo was taking. There's two more that I want to read. So Pink Flower said, "It would be weird though if you think about it. Again, I don't care if it would be weird. I want that character represented and becoming as popular as the white superheroes. And this black character was in the best position. Better position than any character in the history of film who was not white. Any character in the history of superhero film that wasn't white. They already made $1 billion in the first movie, already a popular Halloween costume, and pop culture zeitgeist has been breached. This guy was in that position. We shouldn't take that for light and just not even have him in the second movie or the third movie or the Avengers movie coming up or the next phase or phase 8 and phase 9. This guy's gone unless things change. If they went with the OG plot, when he says OG plot and recast it, I think he's talking about what Ryan Coogler had written and finished, completed 2 weeks before Chadwick Boseman had died, which he revealed in a podcast that you can find on Marvel.com, the Wakanda Forever podcast. You can guarantee people will be people and complain regardless. That's true. Except my complaint now is to get the most popular dark skin character history film on screen. Their complaint would be, oh, this is weird. And then they get over it. Plus, it's just a respectful way of paying tribute. Disagree. I think that this is better because it teaches us a lesson about loss. Pink Flower. I don't need a lesson about loss. I don't. Maybe you do. The others did too, but not to the same level of relatableness as this one. Oh, relatableness, huh? We just got out of a pandemic and many of us lost loved ones to COVID or died of other diseases during lockdown. I lost my uncle to COVID, and I'm sorry for that loss. Then and my grandpa during lockdown as well. I'm sorry for that loss as well. Um, you're using emotion right now to justify whatever you're going to say next, and I'm using representation. I can guarantee that it would take longer to find the right actor. How long would it take to put a casting call out? I like you know how many actors want to play this guy? Everybody. Every actor between the ages of 35 to 43. But if it would have took longer, yeah, just delay the movie. I'd delay the movie one more year if I could get the next decade of T'Challa. People would complain that they're taking forever. No, I would understand that the lead actor of a franchise died and things needed to be taken care of. I thought they actually did have enough time, in my opinion. Chadwick Boseman died August 28th of 2020. Filming began in July of 2021. I thought 11 months would be enough. If it's not, hey, that's fine too. Delay it another year. Maybe that's too long. Yeah, shoot, let's delay it a second year. I would be okay with this, which would put pressure on them. You're imagining the scenario where they'd find a not so great actor. When has casting director Sarah Haley Finn ever found a not so great actor? But would have to go with it due to pressure. Again, if there's no pressure, every black actor wants to play this character. Then y'all would complain and say, y'all took so long and came up with this ish. Well, as you said here, we're not coming up with this ish. We're talking about an OG script that they would have went with. Where did he write that? If they would have went with the OG script, maybe that was the other commenter, but they would have went with the OG script that Ryan Coogler wrote. This just goes to show how ungrateful and selfish some people are. Grow up and accept it. Tell me you're white without telling me you're white. Grow up and accept it. There's something wrong. There's something that's happening which delays racial progression and is hindering what could be white kids and people who will grow up to be in positions of power to be familiar with a black character in their lives, and possibly the domino effects of that, meaning they could relate to someone like that and have a better treatment towards them and humanize them. I will not accept the removal of this character when I could advocate and the studio might listen and recast. We all remember how the Sonic trailer was despicable. People voiced their complaints. They changed the way that Sonic looked in that movie. Everybody won. Studio made money. Fans got a good movie. We got a sequel. Actors were paid. Phoenix 0459 with the Kyoshi Warrior. Terrence Howard and Edward Norton were problematic to work with, which led to their better recasting. All right, good. Yeah, okay. Cassie Lang was pointless in my opinion. Okay. And none of these actors are as major as the Black Panther. That's like recasting Iron Man for Endgame. Yeah, I didn't know that there were so much stipulations okay, I'm picking up on this game. Or Cap for Winter Soldier. Also, none of the actors died before recasting, besides William Hurt. Yeah, that's kind of why I mentioned him last. But he was old and had that matters too. We got to take into account that when the age, okay, and had already been playing a side role in like 5 movies. Okay, but remember the Hulk, Edward Norton. Everyone and their grandma knows the Hulk, and he wasn't just a side role. He was half of the movie franchise, as the dude in the video explained me. And now he passed just before his big break as the Red Hulk. And what did they do? Because the Red Hulk character was worthwhile and the story and this character was essential to them, they recast and they continued. They did not scrap the ideas that they had. So again, understandable. Nope, disagree. It was honorable and respectful to kill the character off with the actor. No, this man spent the last 4 years of his life fighting cancer to get T'Challa popping. Popping is terminology to mean relevant. It was not respectful to kill the character and even quote the actor and align the events of real life with the movie. No. Chadwick Boseman wanted his sickness private. Putting it in a movie makes it public. That is not the same thing. It's not that they should never. Phoenix, I'm a dim thumbs down your comment. Those are some of the video comments that I saw that I wanted to touch on. ChillMonger versus the comment section. If you agree, disagree, write a comment. I read them. Adios.